Hey you guys, it's Keri Johnson coming to you live in our manifesting group for day 4 of the Wealth Zone, your permission to prosper in all areas of your life. And I'm super excited about today because there's just so much yumminess around all this energy stuff. To know that things are possible, no matter what, to know what a magical world we live in, and that we can use all this power and energy for our benefit. I mean, I just think it's amazing. So as you guys are hopping on, say hello to me. If you have any questions from the past few days of what we've been talking about, please let me know, because I do like conversation. I also get a lot downloaded when I can talk to people as well. I'm more conversational than being a lecturer. But today I want to start with health and emotion codes. We, coming into this world, whether it happened as an agreement before we came in, whether it happened in the womb or just from our past issues and society beliefs and limiting beliefs, we all have codes, and our codes are filled with frequencies, wave forms, and tones. And each one of us has a different set of codes. And I look at it like kind of a Jenga board. We've got, or maybe dominoes, whatever, like, if light, dark, light, dark, we want to get our whole Jenga board or tower, our grid, light. We want to remove all of the dark, shadowy codes that are causing the issues in our life, causing us to feel stuck, causing us to have inconsistent income, upset clients, stuff like that. We needed to switch all those codes from dark to light. And that's when recoding comes into play. And that's when those voices in your head, understanding which one's speaking to you and which one is not, and how to speak back to that voice is very important. That's recoding the frequencies. But when it comes to health, hey Mark, how are you? Every single emotion that we have is either, like we said before, it comes from love or fear. And if we are capturing these emotions from fear, like anxiety, worry, and we're not getting to the root problem, we are not recognizing where they came from, we only suppress them. We keep pushing them down. Our affirmations only suppress them. Our meditations only suppress them. Yoga only suppresses it. And if you keep suppressing the worry, the anxiety, the fear, the frustration that people go through in life, you keep suppressing it, it starts manifesting into illnesses and sickness. And it's got a very high frequency. And what does it do? It calls in like frequencies. It calls in like vibrations to it. And we want to make sure that we are not creating illnesses within our body because we're not getting rid of all the bullshit from the past. I want to show you guys this book. It's called The Secret Language of Your Body by Ina Siegel. I don't know if anybody has seen this book. This is an absolute incredible book. It goes through every little ailment that we have, whether you're sneezing for a day or longer, whether you have a cough, whether you have bronchitis, whether you have a bunion, whatever it is. I mean, it has every single thing that we go through, and it tells you why, it tells you what emotion is causing that, what emotion is causing a cough, what emotion is causing a sore throat, suppressed feelings, suppressed emotions. And then it goes through ways of clearing it, which is very powerful too, like downloading the particular color energy of light, obviously seeing your body healed, stuff like that. But I just wanted to read just to give you an example of like just something simple as like a cough. Okay, so a cough is resistance to making a necessary change in your life, feeling overwhelmed by worries, anxiety, and stresses, trying to meddle in other people's lives, focusing on fixing their issues instead of dealing with your own to divert attention from yourself. Easily irritated by people, especially those close to you. Self-critical, easily influenced by others. That's a cough. I mean, you should see what the emotions behind all of these ailments that we get are. It's crazy. And it's not a secret. Most of us are frustrated and go through times of worry and, have bouts of fear. And that's why this work is so important. That is why these tools are so important, because we don't need it. We can clear out all those old codes, and we can re-energize them with good, positive words and power. So I want to do a quantum jump with you today. If you guys are interested in manifesting a quantum jump, that's one of my favorite things to do. It's like time traveling and pulling time in to you. So the way that I do this, it's pretty amazing. So first of all, we have to open our field with a serious intention. We have to open it because we need to allow the information to come in. We can't be so closed off for the magic to come in. So we open our energetic field with our intention. And then we pick our desire. So then you would pick your one desire and write it down and be clear on this desire. Put a date on it. If it's a money amount, put an amount on it, because you want to measure. You want to measure it somehow. You don't just want to say, I want a bunch of money, because you could walk outside and get just, a couple dollars crumbled up. That's a bunch of money. Or some change in your washing machine. That's a bunch of money. So you want to be able to measure your desire by writing it down. Then, of course, we're going to stay in our present moment, because everybody's either in the past or in the future, and very rarely do we stay in the present moment. And this is the only true measurement of time right now. This is the only true reality right now. That's why when you're worrying about something in the future that hasn't happened, it's an illusion, because it's not happening, and we don't want to call it in. So we're in the present moment right now, and be very aware of your circumstances. Be very aware of what is things that you don't like. What does your bank account look like? Without any emotion. Only witness it. Just observe. Observe your bank account, because whatever is happening right now has nothing to do with your future. It can be changed in a minute, since there's no time or space in the quantum field. It could be changed in an instant. We have no idea what's going on around us. But as long as we are, staying in our high frequency and having our desire clear that we're going to line up with very soon, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's $2 in the bank account or if you have, 2 million. It doesn't matter. Just recognize it for a second. So then we are going to go out in your mind to your desire and envision your desire, what you want. How does it look? How does it feel if you have your desire out there? Now, in order to bring your desire in, now we've got a gap. We have got to bridge this connection here. So, and we haven't jumped yet into this place. We're only kind of like, we're dreaming about it. We're looking at it. How cool would that be if we had that? But we've got to bridge the gap. And in order to get more desires downloaded and delivered to your container, so you can hold it, so you have a bigger space to allow and to receive, we have got to make sure that we don't have holes in our container. And I'll tell you what puts holes in your container are boundaries and standards. If you're taking jobs or money that you don't want to do, but you're doing it out of fear because you feel like you have to. Otherwise, if you lose that, how can I say no to a job? I have to have the money type of thing. That's a hole in your container. So imagine like a plastic cup. You start poking all these holes in it. You're lowering your standards. You're lowering your boundaries. And you start pouring water into it, the water is going to go out. It's not going to be able to hold the container. So right now, I'm not sure how everyone's containers are, but of course we're all coded. We all have the shadow stuff that we have to fix and figure out. So we are going to expand our container to make sure that desire is, so it's going to be big enough for the desire that we're going to call into it. But right now we're not sure if the desire is going to fit. So we're going to think bigger on the desire. Keep the desire in the future for a second. And now I want you to jump out a little bit to the future, see what it looks like if you have it already, and how does it feel? Because you're standing in that position. You already have the money, you have whatever it is, you have the new car, you have, the clients, the business. Now what are you going to do? What do you want? What do you wish for now? What is your next desire going to be? What is your next jump? In the event you're already jumped to the first desire. I hope this isn't confusing. Standing now in your first desire, you're going to look out to the future again, and you're going to build on top of that desire. This is awesome. I got the money and the time. I got this. I got that. I got my clients. Now what do I want? Okay, let's double the money. Let's throw in a great vacation. Keep building the second desire past the first one. So now we've got 3 stages. We're in the now, and we've got one desire ahead of us that we're bridging, and then we've got a second desire behind that one that's gonna be willing to come in. All right, so now we're gonna go back to our container. Now that we've just allowed ourselves to think bigger, past the first desire, now we have a second desire. Now our container's open and big enough for the first desire to come in. Okay, so now we have to release the energy of some of those codes that don't serve us. And if you know what they are, if there is some confidence issues, if there is some fear around whatever, business, money, whatever there is, if you have some issues from, childhood, it's time to recode those. They no longer serve us. We're going to get rid of them, and we are going to add in the opposite. Thank you so much, for my self-confidence. I am inserting this right now. I know that no one or nothing has power over me. I'm going to insert that right there. So we're taking the dark out, we're putting in the light codes, okay? There's a little bit more work that goes along with this, but this is kind of like the cliff notes of it. Okay, so our Jenga board now is starting to light up like a nice grid. Now, in kind of, I don't want to say meditative state, but, get really comfortable, close your eyes, and now you're going to see the person in your desire. You're going to witness them. What do they look like? What do they have? Whatever your desire is, that's in the first jump of this. What are they wearing? How are they acting? Who are the people around them? What are their boundaries like? What are their standards? Are they doing something fun? What kind of car are they driving? So build this person in this first desire, because that's you. You're witnessing this. Then I go really, 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 really close to that person, and you're eyeing them up. You're still viewing them, and then I turn around and then merge with them. And now you are embodying everything that you just built. You're embodying how they feel, you're embodying their boundaries, you're embodying, everything around them, and sit with that for a minute and just enjoy, recognize, see what it looks like, see what it feels like. And then when you come back into the now, you're bringing them with you, you're bringing the energy with you, and you're bringing everything that you just built with you into the now. And then when you're ready, you can wake up. And that's how I quantum jump. So we're time traveling a little bit into the future, pulling the future into our now. And then know without a shadow of a doubt that you are creating your now and you're building your future in a good way. Because right now, our future reflects obviously what we have built from the past. It reflects us. So we want to just continue to maintain our desires, build on top of them, fix those darn codes that we have in us so we can light our grid up and have, do, and be, have power over ourselves, and command what we want with grace and strength, with a tall stance, shoulders back, like a person in that situation would. They don't walk around hunched over. They don't walk around in fear with their chin down, with their head down. Nope. They're open. They're open to receive, and it's pretty cool. It is very cool and very fun. So I have a new program that I wanted to tell you guys about. The doors open on February 7th. It is called The Wealth Zone. It is your permission to prosper in all areas of your life. It is going to run for 4 weeks, and we are going to be diving deep into manifesting your codes, recoding the things that are not working for you in life, figuring out why, figuring out, are you manifesting correctly? Do things work for you when you're manifesting? And are you shutting the door on it like we talked about yesterday? Are you chronically ill? Do you have sicknesses? Do you have these, the cold and, strep throat and bronchitis and all that kind of stuff? We're going to figure out why, because once these codes are fixed, even if it's not a health code, if you start fixing some of these codes, recoding them, the health issues start to go away. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy, not crazy. So we are going to be, making sure that you're not just closing your door on the money or any of your desires without even knowing it. A lot of people do it unconsciously. They kind of feel, oh my gosh, it's coming. I didn't really realize that the army of money was coming towards me, and then they close the door because they're afraid, and then they're stuck. Again, we're going to get unstuck. We're going to keep the door open. You're going to be protected. You are going to be supported. This runs for 4 weeks. There will be 2 live videos per week in there and question and answers. It's going to be in a separate Facebook group. And I'm going to be there. We're going to figure out where you want to go and get you there with fast, fun results. You're going to find out why time and money is an illusion, why it's an illusion, why it can happen in any minutes. You're going to see some really cool things, and we're going to do a lot of hands-on work so you can actually go out and do it and see. You're going to come back to the group and share with us what happened. Did it work? How you planned it? Did it not work? And what do we need to adjust? It's just a way of really embodying and embracing a new abundant mindset. And it's time. It's time to, crack the code, fix the codes, recode. So the price for the program is $888. It's a pay in full. It would be best to be there for the live videos, but they will be on replay, so it's not necessary. But I think it's always like better energy, I guess, when you're there watching live anyways. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the problem with, one thing that we're missing in manifesting are some of the energies, the male and female energy that people are really missing, I guess, because that's a big one too. And I'll just give you a hint on that one. I know when a lot of people get divorced and they have breakups in their relationships, they feel scorned. They want to get out of the energy of the other person, screw the feminine, screw the masculine, whatever. I can do it all myself. They don't want any help. They close off to everything. They close off to all the different energies that there are possible for them so their life can run smoothly. And there's more hustle, which is not really an action. It's more of an emotion. It's hustling and running against time, which doesn't exist, when you can actually call in all the energies to work together. And when you understand how the masculine works with the feminine, you don't have to hustle that much. You get to relax, do your work, and then be provided. And you don't have to have an actual feminine or masculine person around. It's just the energies. So we're going to play with that tomorrow. Does anybody have any questions on anything? I wonder if I'm missing anything here. I don't know. I don't think so. All right, you guys, I know this was a quick one, but I've got Wink News coming over today to do an interview. So wish me luck. That's on the clothing line. So that's exciting, something I manifested. All right, you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.